This episode is proudly sponsored by BP Me Rewards. Welcome to the Q&Q edition of the Soccer A to Z. Easy. This is the quiz and questions edition. The team today with Helen's here. Hello, Helen.
Hi.
Tubes is here.
Hi there.
Robbie's here.
Howdy.
Joe is not here. He's gone off to do some work.
Yeah.
Not sure about that. Stay tuned. After the quiz, we have What's Right with Football and Anything But Football. But first, it's time for your questions to us. Helen, what are the questions?
This first one is for Robbie. Joe B says, I went to see Robbie's DJ set at Kendal Calling in the summer, and it was incredible. Well done.
Strong.
I feel a little bit guilty about something, though. I took some stink bombs.
Really?
And I let one off in there. So it's Robbie.
Didn't smell it.
Or smell anything, because he said a few people covered their noses with their cagoules, but they still stuck around for the park because stink bombs stink. They stink.
I've never smelt one since I was a child, really.
I didn't think they existed anymore. Do they? Like that and the bangers?
Yeah, well, I mean, no, fun snaps. Those little banger things, weren't they?
Are they called fun snaps?
Yeah.
I find it really weird, though, that somebody goes to a thing and lets off a stink bomb and then feels bad enough to apologise for it, because you think you are the kind of shitbag if you're going to let off a stink bomb in the first place, but then to then feel guilty enough about it that you confess on our podcast.
Yeah, why would you take a stink bomb? So what
I'm far enough back from the main bit that unless he threw a stink bomb at me, I wouldn't
suppose
smell
what
it.
you do is you drop it, everyone moves, and then you got your own area.
Space down the front, yeah.
Just made me think of childhood, Helen. I don't come across really old here, but do you remember when space dust arrived at our schools?
Oh my goodness.
Do you know space dust, guys?
No.
Totally do. And that's what it was called, space dust.
So you got it
black packet with an orange thing on.
That's it, yeah.
Orange or strawberry.
Yeah.
It was the most incredible future, wasn't it? It was unbelievable. The first popping candy.
Oh, yeah. I did know. I thought you were talking about something that smelled.
No, but it was called space dust, and then all the stories hit the press that kids were putting it in their mouths in one go, and their heads were exploding.
And you die. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right.
So everyone was going, you've got to be really careful when it's basically popping candy.
Don't eat it all at once. And the naughty kids at school were going, I'm going to do it all at once. And we'd be surrounded and go, no, don't. Nothing happened.
And if anyone old is listening here, we used to, and Helen, myself with children, we used to have Bazooka Joe bubblegum, which was really hard work on your jaw. And then suddenly one day from America, Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I can taste it.
It was the most exciting thing that ever happened, soft bubble gum. And we were like, oh my God, blowing bubbles and stuff. Yeah, anyway.
But sweet cigarettes as well. I mean, hello?
A lot of money in nostalgia. Any other questions? We've got loads, haven't we?
Yes. Smudgy says, what's your favourite away ground and game that you've watched, which is quite a difficult one. So throw it open. Favourite away ground and game you've watched.
Is it got to be Chelsea? Because if it's Chelsea, because if it's not, I'll go for one of the Italian big clubs. I've been there and watching football. I
just think favourite away ground. So it doesn't have to be Chelsea.
Because if we're doing Premier League, Anfield's pretty. Old Trafford and Anfield are.
I'm going to count Wembley as an away ground as a Scotland fan.
Yeah.
Brilliant stadium.
Yeah.
Remember when we went to Hampden?
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was put up there with one of my favourites.
Yeah.
Just because of the atmosphere.
I remember watching Anfield the two things that I remember, Villa Park, their home end, unbelievable. That just great. And the noise coming from there. Again, Anfield, watching that surging back in the 80s and stuff. And Old Trafford. I mean, all three of those grounds, the atmosphere, those three teams were just, it's just magical, watching that whole thing happen in front of you, because you just face their, it's just incredible. Helen, what about you?
I've thought about this because I went on Woody and Piers's Away Days podcast. You know, Woody, the drummer from Bastille, used to come on Soccer AM all the time. And they said, what's your favourite away ground? I actually don't. I thought about it long and hard. I don't have a favourite away ground, because right now I'd say, well, it's Woking because it's 10 minutes down the road. I love going to Aldershot because the hospitality there is lovely. The chairman at Aldershot is lovely. But I don't have like a favourite away ground. I've been to Anfield as well when I was 12. My mum took me, and I thought it was the eighth wonder of the world.
It's amazing,
but
isn't it?
I still can't say it's my favourite. I think that's the wrong word for me.
Yeah.
Favourite. I have places that I enjoy going. Have places went to Crewe away. They were top of the league. Torquay were third, I think, and we beat them. So I have good memories of away grounds, but I can't say that I have a favourite.
Leeds was Ellen Road.
Yeah.
What an atmosphere that was.
Marching on
Leeds
together.
Leeds at the corners. What's the next question?
Bill, so Tim, you and the boys with Helen all had a big part in getting the star put on the England shirt, obviously for the World Cup win.
Yeah.
What's your feelings about the idiot at the FA making the star the same colour as the shirts? It's like they're embarrassed about winning it. I think it's disgraceful and disrespectful to the boys of 66.
So what happened was we noticed that everyone else who'd won a World Cup had stars on their shirts when we were on Soccer AM and England didn't. I don't even think it was us. I think it was a viewer who pointed it out, wasn't it?
I can't remember. Yeah,
It was a viewer said it, and we said, actually, that's a really
we wrote
good
to
point.
Tony Blair, and we were getting on to Tony Blair about it and stuff.
Really?
We got a letter back from them.
The FA said
Wow.
something like, at the time, this was years ago, the FA said something like, we've got 3 lions and that represents more than the star or something. And we were like,
Yeah.
that's arrogant. So we put a petition out or something, didn't we? And,
If you win it again, you're going to get a 4th line.
and do you know what? I do think we should be proud of our star, because not many teams have won the World Cup, so we should be proud of it. What do you think, Tubes?
I agree with you. I think if you make it the same colour, it's harder to see, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's like we're...
yeah.
Should it always be gold? Should it always be a gold star?
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
yeah, gold number 1. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. I think it should just always be a goal. So I think we should be proud of our one win. If we might never win it again, we should be proud of it. So
Absolutely.
what do you think, Helen?
Oh, totally. Yeah, it should be right there for everybody to see. I guess that putting it on the same colour as the shirt, we'll change shirts, won't we? In a couple of seasons. So hopefully it will go back gold again, or whatever colour it is.
I'm not even sure they've ever done it as gold, have they?
Yeah.
Did they do it as gold?
used to be gold.
Oh yeah, no, I did, because
Yeah.
I've got a thing at home with they sent us. Saying
Yeah.
we put the star on the shirt. Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying to
got
think,
the
is
same
everybody
colour.
else's gold?
No, but I don't know. But you can actually see. I'm looking at a German scarf here in the thing. They've got their 4 stars for the World Cup there. Argentina scarf there. They've got their 2 stars. Look on there. Well, how many times have Argentina won the World Cup? I thought more than 2, isn't it? Do we know?
It's got to be. I don't know.
I thought they'd won it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure someone will tell us.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Joe Bolton. I don't know if this is Joe from Bolton. I don't think it's our Joe. What's the best goal you've ever seen while you've actually been at a game?
For me, easy. Gianfranco Zola versus Norwich
Right. Okay.
in the FA Cup. From the corner, flicked it behind him.
Yeah, that's good.
Unbelievable.
Mine's Zola to Poye
Oh yeah.
against
Sunderland.
And even the Sunderland
5-1, I think it was. 5-2.
fans clapped. He flicked the ball up and Poye did a scissor kick thing and
Amazing,
volley
wasn't
into
it?
the net. And I just remember seeing that thinking, we're a really good team now.
Yeah.
It's those things that click home, because, Chelsea were crap for, we were always we were always the rubbish ones in comparison to Arsenal, United and Liverpool and stuff. And suddenly we're up there competing with them all. And suddenly every now and then a thing happens where you go, we're actually good, we're actually competing against these teams. It's actually, it's really good. Robbie?
Yeah. So Emre Can scored an overhead kick. Liverpool QPR. That was really good. Di Canio for West Ham against Chelsea.
You there?
Yeah.
Helen?
Yeah.
This is going to be good. This is going
Oh,
to be
I promise you. I promise you.
header in a
this is good.
6-yard box.
Torquay United's goalkeeper, Lucas Coverlan,
Who can forget?
scoring an equaliser in the 95th minute of the
Yeah.
2021 playoff final at Ashton Gate.
Of course.
Yeah.
The absolute bedlims in the crowd. We were at 95th minute and our keeper comes up. The corner wasn't cleared by Hartlepool and he scored. And it was insane. We lost the game on penalties and didn't go up, but nobody can take those 2 minutes away from us when in the 95th minute.
I don't know about
with
you
our
guys.
goalkeeper.
Don't know about you guys, but that's bringing all those memories flooding back.
Never forget where I was then. Never forget.
Tell you what. I
You just stopped what you were doing, didn't you?
Yeah.
You just put down
One of those moments.
Yeah.
Every now and then,
Yeah.
quite a moment. That bit.
Yeah.
The image comes back into my.
Everyone crowding around their TV, a family. Granddad, who hasn't spoken for years, goes, "Did you see that?" Comes out his coma.
Oh, anyone fancy a quiz? Okay, welcome to the Unfair Football Quiz. It's unfair because football is unfair. Before I tell you about the quiz, let's meet our two competitors. First up is a Manchester United fan called Paul. Paul tells us he's from where Gary Barlow is from. For work, he's a McDonald's manager, and his fun fact is... I play darts, and due to having dartitis, I had to switch hands and now play with my left hand.
Wow.
Welcome, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Paul.
Two all
Pleasure.
beef patties, special sauce, less cheese, pickles and onions, all in a sesame seed bun. What am I talking about?
The Big Mac.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Big Mac. The Big Mac.
Dartitis, how does that happen, Paul? I'm really interested in this. It happened to Nathan Aspinall.
Yeah, well, it was when I got really good, and they say it's because you are worried about missing. So you focus on hitting the treble or hitting the doubles too much, and yeah, it just gets to your head. You're worried you're going to miss.
So what happened?
It's all mental. It's all mental.
Can't
It's
let
all in
go.
your heads.
Yeah, you just cannot let go because it just doesn't feel right.
There's something like it's like there's something pulling my arm back. Like I can't release it.
Serious?
So how are you with your?
Yeah, it is serious.
How are you with your weak hand?
Well, I've only been doing it a couple of months. I've won a league match now, but it's not easy.
That's incredible. I mean, I play a little bit, and
Yeah.
I've tried throwing with my left hand, and
Yes, it's not natural at all.
crazy because, I mean, when you throw with your right hand, you're just you can be slightly off in the fives and ones, but when you throw with your left hand, you're looking at treble 20 and you'll hit single 11.
I'm hitting the marker.
So if you go back to your right hand now, you just can't do it?
No, I can't let go at all. It's so frustrating.
It's
Weird. What's the biggest seller at McDonald's at the moment?
Probably just chicken nuggets, to be honest with you.
Chicken nuggets.
I'd say so.
Wow.
Respect.
What's Gary Barlow like?
Well, he says he's from Manchester, so
You're from.
he's not proud of this town.
You're from Fordsham, aren't you? That's where Gary Barlow's from.
No, I'm from Frodsham.
Fradsham.
Frodsham.
Oh, it's called Frodsham. Okay, Frodsham.
Yeah.
And that's where Barlow grew up, was it?
That's yeah. Not much else has happened, to be honest with you. That's fine. There's a hill and a Morrison's.
Big Morrison's or local Morrison's?
No, it's quite big, to be fair.
That's Big Morrison's. I love it. All right, let's meet your opponent. Next up is a Coventry City fan. He's gone one better than Gary Barlow because he's gone one better from where Gary Barlow is from because he's where Shakespeare is from. Ooh. He works as a network rearrangement engineer. And his fun fact is all my mates call me the storyteller. Oh, he's like a little Shakespeare, isn't he? As I have a mind of useless information and always have a tale to tell. Well, we'll be the judge of that. Neil. Hello, Neil. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yep.
Hi, Neil.
Neil, first of all, what is a network rearrangement engineer?
So I work for one of the major communications provider in the country.
Which one?
And if there's any Openreach.
Okay.
So if there's any roadworks to be done, let's say they're building their housing estate and they've got to alter the roads, then our cables and ducts have to be shifted. And it can be a horrendous job, to be fair. Some jobs can take about 2 days, some take about 6 to 12 months, even longer than that.
Wow.
Just depends.
They usually do, don't they?
That's long.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Do you like your job?
But yeah, I've been there. Yeah, it's all right. I've been there 38 years, and I've had a number of jobs there. Yeah, I've been doing this one about 3. But yeah, I've seen it all, seen all the changes. But yeah, it's all right. It's decent, to be fair.
Okay, you're a storyteller. You're like William Shakespeare, modern William Shakespeare. Tell us a story then.
Right. What you, you put me on the spot now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry about that.
Give me. That's it.
How long do you want?
I need.
Yeah.
I need.
All right, tell us. I tell you what. Tell us a Coventry story. Sorry, it's Coventry story.
I'll tell you.
Coventry City
right.
story.
Okay. Right. Here we go then.
Yeah.
So, FA Cup quarter-final replay 1998.
I'm there.
Sheffield United away.
Yes.
We'd it was a really, really good season. We should have qualified for Europe. We didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, some Brazilian geezer called Marco scored a late equaliser, I think, at Highfield Road, and we went up to Sheffield United. Anyway, lost on penalties. On the way back to the M1, we're going along a place called Chesterfield Road in the minibus. And in front of us, there was a queue of people at a temporary bus stop. All of a sudden, our minibus stops. The back doors fly open. One of the lads gets out, picks up the bus stop, puts it in the back of the minibus, and on we go. Behind us, we can see the bus. The bus goes straight past the people waiting for it. They're all shouting and waving. Where's the bus? Where's the bus? Anyway, next day, I'm driving through Bilton, little village outside Rugby, and there in the village is a sign with Ribble buses. Sheffield's is the village with about 10 people waiting at the bus stop.
Good story, though. I'm not sure we should be encouraging that sort of behaviour, should we? Because
we're pro-society.
We're trying to help society, aren't we? Not diminish it. Right, let me tell you the laws of the game. This week on the A to Z, our featured letter was O for onion bag. So all the questions will be about the letter O. There are 11 questions because there are 11 players in a football team. One of you will get 6 questions, one of you will get only 5. It is unfair because as we all know, football is unfair.
Famously.
Really
this
unfair.
week, Paul...
Like VAR in the semi-final was unfair.
Yeah, this week Paul will get...
Offsides.
This week Paul will get 6 questions, as though United are having a horrible time and are probably going to get relegated. They're still higher up the league than Coventry at the moment. You get 1 joker you can use to answer a question. Jokers today are Robbie and Tubes. Finally, at the end of the quiz, we'll have a penalty shootout. I'll explain that when you get there. You're both going to play for a bucket hat, which is... everyone loves the bucket hats. Helen is keeping score. Her word is final. Are you ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good luck, boys.
Okay, so we're starting with Paul. Paul, O is for Oldham. In 93, Oldham were one of the founding members of the Premier League, but who was their manager at the time? 93. You've got a joker if you want to use it.
Is it not multiple choice?
No, this one's not multiple choice, no.
That's a tough one.
You don't remember? I thought it would be easy. But I'm not very good with these things.
No.
What do you think?
I'll go with Joe Royal.
Joe Royal it is, yes. Oldham were in top flight for 3 seasons under Joe Royal between 91 and 94. In 2022, they became the first former Premier League team to drop out of the EFL completely. Neil, O is for oldest. Who is the oldest player to play in the Premier League this season? Is it A, James Milner, B, Lucas Fabianski, or C, Ashley Young?
Fabianski.
It is Fabianski, correct. Yeah, 39 years, 8 months and 8 days. Ashley Young is 39 years, 5 months and 26 days. And James Milner is 38 years, 7 months and 27 days. Paul, O is for oldest II. Who is the oldest manager currently in the Premier League? Again, there's no multiple choice. Paul, this is really unfair, but as we all know, football is unfair. Who's the oldest manager in the Premier League? You can use one of your jokers if you want, though Robbie's not looking confident, and nor is Tubes.
Just trying to think.
I think I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I'm not a...
Paul, what do you think?
I can't think. I'll say Pep. I can't think.
Pep is wrong. Anyone want to guess here out of it?
I think it might be Anne.
Yes, it
Joe.
is.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
59 years old. But he's got a long way to beat the oldest manager of all time. Roy Hodgson was 76 years old. Wow. When he played his last match, Palace v Chelsea in 2024, February. Neil, are you ready for your question? Your next question.
Yep, go on.
O is for One Man Went to Mow. Which club's fans sing the nursery rhyme One Man Went to Mow?
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Correct, it is Chelsea. And do you know why that is, Tubes?
No.
I researched it. On an away trip to Sweden, someone on the coach, probably Mick Greenaway, who was a sort of famous Chelsea fan years ago, took a cassette of children's songs with him. One Man Went to Mow went down well, and the rest is history. Apparently, the next match was Exeter or something, and they sung it there, and then the rest is history. Paul, O is for Olympic football. Oh my God, Paul, you're getting all the hard questions here. I'm sorry about this. In 2012, GB squad contained 13 English players, and 5 Welsh players. No Scottish or Northern Irish players. Name 2 of the 3 over age, which was over 23-year-olds players. Clue here, 2 were Welsh legends. You need to name 2 of the 3. I knew 1.
Ryan Giggs.
Oh, brilliant. Well done. That's 1.
Was Bellamy one?
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's unreal.
Who was the third one? Anyone know?
Robert Earnshaw.
Micah Richards.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was the third.
Oh, I knew he was there, but I thought it was under the age bracket.
No, he was over age. Yeah, and
well.
GB got knocked out in the quarterfinals by South Korea on penalties. Neil, O is for obstruction. What season was the obstruction offence abolished by FIFA? Was it A, 97, B, 99, or C, 2001? Which year was... I bet none of
Didn't even
you...
know it'd been abolished.
Yeah.
No.
So you can just obstruct now.
Wow.
It's funny, yeah.
This quiz has become...
No point asking anybody then, is there?
No.
Let's go for
90,
2001.
no, it was 97. 97. It's been replaced with impending the progress of an opponent.
Isn't that the same?
That is the same thing.
Obstruction.
Yeah.
Woke nonsense.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I looked it up yesterday and there is differences, but I'm not quite sure what it is. But there's a lot of guys who use their body, isn't there now?
Yeah.
Every time the ball's about to go out for a goal kick or a corner.
If that's anywhere else on the pitch, that's a foul.
And then they've got their bums and their, like that sort of stuff.
You should be allowed to hit someone into the advertising boards if they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Is that it? Yeah. Paul, it's your go now. O is for spelling. Which is the only team in FIFA beginning with an O? You're not getting any multiple choices, are you?
Is it Oman?
It is.
Oh, my God.
How'd you get that?
Al Habsing.
I'll give you.
Play from
I'll give you 100 points if you can guess what number they're ranked.
113th.
80th. You were so close to 100.
I said that.
Neil, O is for 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal was a popular song at Highbury back in George Graham's days. But what song is it based on? I want the title of the song. That's what I want.
It's not normally this hard, this quiz.
That's not hard.
Tim, you've come back proper tough.
That is
in
not hard.
2025.
That is not hard. 1-0 to the Arsenal. What song is that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there
Neil,
you
do you know
go.
what it is?
I'd use your joker.
No, maybe not.
Oh,
You
what?
could
Yeah,
use
we'll
your
use me
joker.
joker.
Robbie.
Go on, who are you going to go with? Tubes or Robbie?
Robbie.
I think it might be. I did go. Is it Go West?
You see, it's Go West.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Go West.
That's close, isn't it? Well done.
Yeah.
Go West by...
Pet Shop Boys.
Originally.
Or the village people.
Village
People, yeah, Village
Oh.
People. People argue
Yeah.
about how that came about, that song, but the consensus is that the Pet Shop Boys version of the song is said to have played at half-time against PSG in European Cup Winners' Cup semi-final, in which Arsenal were leading 1-0 thanks to an Ian Wright goal in the first half. Song came on, everyone started singing it. The rest is history, as they say. Yeah. So what year was that? Be about 93 or something? 90, early 90s. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Paul, O is for Only Fools and Horses. Which England international is mentioned in the theme tune to Only Fools and Horses? And I'm talking about obviously the outro, not the intro, because they're different. The intro is different to the outro. It's the outro. Which England footballer is named in the theme tune to Only Fools and Horses?
Can you use the joker?
You can, yeah.
I'll try Tubes.
Oh, you went the wrong one. You went the wrong one.
Robbie
knows it.
Yeah, Robbie can't go though.
Robbie, tell him.
I know it.
No.
Oh, I'm
Helen knows
I know it.
I
I
know
know
it.
it.
Everyone knows it, apart from
Everyone
you.
knows it.
Tax, no VAT, no.
Wrong song.
Yeah.
No, the other one.
The other one.
Why do only fools and horses?
I'll give you a clue. We've got some half-price crack tiles, miles and miles of carpet tiles, TVs, deep freeze, and David Bowie LPs. I can't give you more than that.
It's got. I don't know.
Ball games, gold chains, what's its names, and at a push, some
Shepherd's Bush.
Trevor Francis.
Trevor Frost's tracksuits from a mush and shepherd's bush. Bush.
No, sorry.
No income tax, no
VAT, no money back, no guarantee.
I'm so sorry.
What is that is the end one then? What's the intro which goes into it? How does that one go?
Why do only fools?
No, that is that one. Yeah, I can't ever work it out which one's which. Anyway, that is it. Go on, Helen.
Sorry, there was a ding, but it should have been a because
I got it wrong.
you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul.
No worries.
Neil, O is for offside. Who's been caught offside the most so far this season? Is it A, Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Is it B, Chris Wood? Is it C, Jamie Vardy? Who's been caught offside the most out of those three?
It always used to be Darren Huckabee when he played for us, but...
Oi, don't talk about Darren Huckabee.
Robbie's
best mate here.
He's going to do a video with him soon to transform himself into Darren Huckabee.
Robbie's going to get buff in 6 months with Darren Huckabee.
He's a bit of a beast, isn't he? He still loves the Cov, though.
He does love the Cov.
Yeah. He does, yeah.
He was a great player. Him and Dion.
Anything you want to know about?
I've got a story there, but I got a story there, but...
is it a long one or a short one?
No, it's a short one. It's a short one.
Go on then.
Go on.
I'm on my honeymoon. So I'm on my honeymoon, 1997, and we're on live on the I think it was Monday night.
This isn't very short.
Anyway, it is short. So anyway, playing Arsenal. Some bloke comes behind me and says, "You Cov, mate." I says, "Yeah." He says, "How are they getting on?" I said, "If that Huckabee's offside once more, I'm going to kill it." He says, "Oh, that's my nephew."
Oh. Do you know?
I told you, I've got a story.
Darren Huckabee's uncle?
No, I know his brother.
Do you?
Yeah.
Did he play football?
He did, but not to the level of Darren.
Why was Darren so good? He's quick, wasn't he?
He's very quick, wasn't he? Yeah.
So quick.
Unbelievable.
So quick. He's absolutely ripped
So
now, isn't he?
quick.
Yeah. And have you heard about Robbie?
He's
What he's
going
doing?
to do a video. Get like Darren Huckabee within 6 months.
He's going to do it. Are you eating lots of protein?
I've got a protein bar in here.
Have you? Yes, Robbie.
There you go.
He's got himself a grenade. What flavour grenade have you gone for? He's gone for birthday cake grenade.
That's not very healthy,
Get
is
the
it?
nut one.
Yeah,
Birthday
What, protein bar? Famous
won't
going
like
healthy.
that. You're not going to get like Darren if you do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just getting my own level of
tuna.
fitness.
You've got to be eating tuna and steak and stuff like that.
Is Neil ever going to get to answer this?
What is the question?
I forgot what the question was now.
Yeah.
Who's offside the most? Do you want me to repeat the names or are you all right?
Vardy.
I'll go with Jamie Vardy.
It is actually Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's been caught 24.
He's only played about twice.
Well, he's been caught offside 24 times. Chris Wood 17, Vardy 14. Paul, are you still there?
I am.
Got any stories for us? Met any players?
Not the last under 10 minutes. I met Pele.
Whoa! Whoa! I'm just going to drop that
From nowhere.
Come on.
It wasn't at McDonald's. I went to an evening with at Pride Park with Pele, and weirdly I met him, shook his hand, got a picture, and he just randomly went to me good luck. I just walked off confused, like, what's he wishing me good luck for?
That's
well, I got a parking fine that day, so he must have been from that.
Yeah.
You know my
Good luck paying that.
Fenners went to interview Pele, and he came back and he bought one of those little balls back, and he goes, "Here's a signed ball from Pele." And it's like a mini ball, and I had it in my house. And then one day my daughters went, "Daddy, we've cleaned your dirty ball."
Oh, really?
Straight up, they arrived with that, and I was like, that's kind of Pele's signature.
Did you just write Pele back on it?
Daddy, we've cleaned your dirty ball. Right. Paul, O is for Old Lady. Which Italian football team's nickname is the Old Lady?
Juventus.
It is Juventus. Yeah. Do you know why?
No clue.
No, because they don't either. They think it's something to do with the 1930s, where they had a really old lot of players playing for the club. But they also had a strong male fan base. They used to call the club like a boat. They'd call it her. And the club's black and white stripes resemble old people or something. I don't know.
It's not great, that is it?
It's not great, no. But we all know it, don't we? So that's good. Helen, what are the scores? That's the end. We've done 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So Paul had 6 questions and Neil had 5. Paul got 2 wrong, including his joker question. So
Jeez.
Paul has 4. Neil got 2 wrong, so he has 3. The scores are Paul 4, Neil 3.
Oh, it's so tight, isn't it? Again, proving this is
massive.
the greatest quiz the world has
it is.
ever seen. We've still got the penalty
Such a good
shootout to
quiz.
come, where everything or anything could change. Guys, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you a category and you take it in turns, starting with Paul, because it's not fair. He's going first. To name something, you go backwards and forwards. We're going to have to be very strict on this, though. Okay. Naming the topic that I'm about to read to you. So are you ready, guys? Are you both ready?
Yes.
Neil, you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, starting with Paul. O is for orange. Name Dutch players who have played in the Premier League. Paul, go.
Mario Melchior.
Good.
Brian Roy.
Oh, well,
hang on.
Sorry, having a buzzer there. No, you did get it correct.
Right,
Sorry,
yeah.
go on. Paul.
Dennis Bergkamp.
Good.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah,
Robin van Persie.
that's good.
Ed de Hoy.
Jaap Stam.
It's good.
Mario Melchior.
Oh,
Oh, no.
And Paul can carry on, can't he?
Yeah, Paul. Paul, carry on. How many more can you do?
Van Bronckhorst. Iron Robin.
Yes.
Edwin van der Sar.
Oh, he's won.
Run out of time. The end.
Go.
Yeah.
The end. That was exciting,
unbelievable.
wasn't
What
it?
a penalty
Wow,
shootout.
Do you know what? I thought
penalty
they
shootout.
were going to carry on going
I did.
forever. Helen, what are the scores?
Neil got 3. Okay, Neil scored 3 in the quiz and 3 in the penalty shootout. His total is 6, and Paul scored 4 in the quiz and 7. His total is 11. Paul is the winner.
Well done,
That's
Paul.
what happens in penalty shootout.
Hard luck, Neil.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Neil, you'll be sitting there all night and you'll be going,
Yeah.
Jimmy Floyd, Ruud Hullet.
Well, I'll tell you what, I woke up in the middle of the night and the first thing that came to mind was people wearing orange, Brian Roy. It was 8 minutes past 2 this morning when I looked at my watch.
I'm still in work.
There's another.
And Paul, that's
story
why. And
for you.
Paul, that's why they say
I
good
told
luck.
you, yeah.
That's what it meant.
Yeah,
Good luck for the quiz.
I knew this day would
Yeah,
come.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it got a good point.
Yeah.
It wasn't fair because you did have Pele on your side.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and Neil did. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
very
guys.
much.
Bye.
See you
Thanks
later.
much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Cheers. All the best.
Cheers,
Yeah.
guys.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
Neil. Bye bye.
When the game gets it right, it's pure delight. This is what's right with football.
This week's What's Right with Footballs. The first one comes from Matt Shufflebotham, who says coaching kids, smaller pitches, no heading, opposition behind halfway for goal kicks. That must be fun. Coaching kids.
Yeah, they've changed so much, haven't they, with the way they coach kids, and it's so much for the
Yeah.
better now. And the idea that kids don't have a position to begin with either. Where they used to, I remember when I was a kid, the first thing they do, you're right back or something.
You're
and
centre forward.
the
You're left
manager's,
wing.
the
Yeah.
manager's son was.
It's more technical now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's such a better idea. Yeah, no.
Goals are appropriate sizes as well. It wasn't just playing a full-size goal with your 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I think get them to play as many positions as possible for as long as possible. Yeah, I remember Rio Ferdinand coming on Soccer AM and we're saying, what position are you? Because he was sort of playing between midfield and defence at the time. And he said, I don't know, I play wherever. I don't really know where I am at the moment. And because he was so good, he could play both positions.
Yeah.
And that was you could see how the new school was working out.
I was playing football in the park the other day with my 7-year-old son Arlo, and I said, I'll cross it in. And you head it in. He said, I'm not allowed to head it for another 3 years. I was like, all right, okay.
Oh, right.
change
Yeah.
the rules.
Yeah.
Rules.
Yeah.
Mop BB says, Soccer AZ, bringing back the memories. That's what's right with football.
Yeah.
Oh, nice stuff. Thank you.
And Lawrence JCDD, kids taking penalties at half time. This is obviously during games, and then goading the away fans after scoring. I love that.
Do you know what? I really am a big fan of kids taking penalties at half time. That is just that is
nice, isn't it?
When they try and replace it with like cheerleaders and stuff, it's just not as good as a load of kids walking up and taking a penalty, unless obviously you're taking it against David James, who saves them all. I can't believe he did that.
Harsh, but they'll learn.
Paul Goldingay saying, walking to an away day through a load of terraced houses and then an old football stadium opens up in front of you. Well, obviously, that's still me. I do, every other week. But yeah, lovely. The first one that springs to mind, of course, is Luton Town. That's right in the middle of just old houses. You go through that archway, don't you? And wallop, there it is. There's a football ground.
But for any football ground you go to, it's the same thing, isn't it? If you're driving along the motorway and you see a stadium, you're like, oh, there's a football stadium or whatever. But when you're going to an away game and you look up and there's a stadium in front of you, it's so exciting, isn't it? And when you get in the turnstiles and you go out, the first thing you do is try and get out to look at the pitch, and it's just going up the steps or wherever you're going. It's such a magical feeling for anyone who's not experienced that. It must be, I don't know. It's
beautiful.
Lower down the leagues as well, because obviously of Premier League you all play cities and stuff, but trying to find before sat-nav, trying to find places like Chester. I remember trying to find the Chester, and you just follow the floodlights because they still have the old-fashioned sticky up floodlights, cool. And just driving round and round and round until you see the floodlights and follow, and heading towards them.
Far too much football being discussed here. Anything but football, anyone?
You've had your footy fix, now it's time to switch. It's anything but football.
Lee Adams says, if there's one sporting event other than football related you could have been at, which one would it have been? I'd spent ages thinking about this because everything I want to see is basically a football match if it's a sporting event. So I've thought of one. So I say it while you lot are thinking. I thought I'd like to see Chicago Bulls. I quite like watching basketball in their prime, where it was Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, those guys playing. I think that could have been quite exciting to watch those games. But I do love going to basketball games. You been to any in America?
Not basketball, baseball. I've been to.
No.
Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
But I love all the American sports. I love the way they do it.
I love America.
Yeah, it's great, but it's still not as good as football. So but I think that's the one. Anyone else got one?
The Miracle in Medina, the Ryder Cup. I can't remember what year, but it was just like when we've had guests on the Golf Life and they talk about it. Apparently, it was just like phenomenal.
Great,
so maybe
promo for Golf Life. That
really good.
But it's good.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, just like
Golf Life is brilliant. I can't go anywhere tubes without people coming up and talking to me about Golf Life. It's brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really
golf's
good.
my second favourite sport.
So yeah.
Oh, I love paddle now though. I'm right into paddle. But anyway, that's nothing to
I
do
played
with
paddle yesterday and my leg's sore today.
What game? I'm playing tonight.
Have you? Are you?
I'm playing tonight.
Paddle's not reached Norwich yet.
No, there's
a place a bit out the other side, out in the countryside, but it's not there yet.
We'll have to have a game, tubes.
Definitely.
Helen, have you got one?
No, because I've
darts.
really I was going to say I've been really lucky that my other sport is darts, and obviously working
sport
in
or game.
It's a game of darts. It's and because I used to talk about darts quite a lot, they asked me to work on it. So a lot of the world finals I worked on, and then I went last year because my partner Pete sponsored Luke Humphreys. Was Luke Humphreys' sponsor?
You just had Pete on his shirt.
Big Pete.
Yeah, it said it's LP metal detecting. So we were there in the front row when Luke Humphreys beat Luke Littler last
Amazing.
year. And also we saw him immediately after he won. He walked off the stage with the trophy and straight into us. With. All
right, Helen. What? Phil the Power Taylor, Luke Littler. You're our darts correspondent.
Yeah.
Who is going to be the greatest of all time?
I still think that Taylor doing what it's like saying, would our footballers of '66, how would they get on in the modern game today?
Not really, because the ball doesn't move and the darts are the same.
No. The darts aren't the same. The boards aren't the same. The wires are thinner. The technology, everything's moved on. You don't get bounce outs. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
When did they do that? They didn't tell me.
Oh, they're if you look at any footage from, I'd say, sort of 15 years back and then back even further than that, the wires are way thicker. The bullseye is way smaller because obviously the circular wire of the bullseye. So, and also darts have moved on. People are making their own. Each player now has their own individual darts. Styles, everything. Flights are different. You used to put your flights in. Now a lot of players have them moulded, so the stems and the flights are the same. There are flights that spin, so if you hit it with another dart, it's honestly so much has moved on.
And also the players aren't all hammered. Does help with it. Make it a bit harder.
Yeah.
So it is hard to say that and also you would argue that Taylor, a lot of the good players have come from the Taylor era because they wanted. I don't think Taylor was challenged as much as he wanted to be as well. So he was the standout player. So if you dropped him now into the middle of the pack, I don't know whether he would win as much as he did, but I still think that he is the GOAT and always will be.
Nice.
Sporting event, Robbie?
I'd like to go to any Olympic downhill skiing final. There's only one thing final.
Get to see anything.
I'll be brilliant. You can see it if you
Get
go
to
in the end.
see anything. They go woof, just past you. It'd be rubbish.
The speed they go at is ridiculous.
But you've been skiing enough to have seen the training on the Alps.
I've seen people going fast, but I've not seen. It's not the same.
You've seen them
Olympians.
training. You've seen them training. I have.
But it's like people go and watch Formula One, and you're not seeing the whole thing. Then you're just watching the cars come past.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're seeing bits of it. You're seeing it, but you're not watching. You've got a better view of the Formula One if you're watching on telly.
You're wrong. That's not what you want to see.
Okay, all right. Wimbledon final, Boris Becker.
I do not accept it.
Okay,
That's
fine.
better. Yeah, no, they do go quickly. They're that close to death, aren't they?
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't think you appreciate it until you. Because the good thing as well is you can go and ski all these runs. Like most people don't get to go and play football at Wembley or whatever, but you can actually, if the race is on, go and do that. Yeah. And then you'll watch it and you go, this bit here, and then I remember going with someone in a resort and skiing down this bit and going, that was quite hard bit, and they go, you see that 80 foot there, whatever. They go, they do that in the air, and you're like, and you go, okay, it's taking me about 30 seconds to do, and they just are over it in a second. It's unbelievable.
That's the end of this week's show. We'll be back next Wednesday. We'll be on next Wednesday with the letter, what we are? P. We'll be back with P. You're not here, are you, Robbie?
No, I'm in New York.
Nice.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.